Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Over It. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a dope beat with only one shots, kind of like my last video, but this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to kind of structure it a little bit better. I'm going to be making a cooler melody in my opinion, so you guys could, really get in depth with this. And again, this is all made with one shots, meaning that you don't need those fancy VSTs or plugins like Omnisphere, Analog Labs, stuff like that. You can definitely make fire beats with just one shots. And I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this right here, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's just get right into it. We're gonna make it really simple. We're gonna start off with these plucks right here. These are some plucks that I got again from a one shot. I pretty much just put the envelope all the way up on hold, so as soon as the note stops, then the sound will stop as well. So I want it to be very like dry. I didn't want any excess reverb on it. And so here's what the pluck sounds like. It's super simple. It's almost like a mallet. It's very metallic-y, that's why I liked it. So I got it right here, and let me show you the pattern that I did for it. Okay guys, so this might look a little bit complicated right here. This is the piano roll for the plucks. When making melodies, this is what I do every single time. I go down in this drop down menu right here on the piano roll options, go down to view, scale highlighting, and I'll put it on minor and C right here. If you want to work in major, you can put it in major, but we're going to be working in minor, and you could choose any root note that you have here. So I started off on C minor. You could start off on F minor, E minor, whatever you like, but I started off on C. What I did here was basically our root note is on C, so we have that playing. And guys, to make chords with this technique, it's super simple. All you got to do is put one, skip, put one, skip, put one, and that's your very simple triad. If you put another one, that's going to be a seventh, and another one up here is going to be a ninth. But after the ninth, I think that would be the maximum because it starts getting a little bit too crowded. But let me show you guys what I did here. So this middle note right here, I just control up arrow and shifted it up. That pretty much just has a triad chord, but it's kind of split up. And this right here is going to be the bass notes of the bottom of our triad, and they're just copy pasted down. So it's pretty simple. And then what I did here was I just played this on every bar, and I just scooted it down a little bit more. So guys, for this second part, I pretty much did the same thing. I found a chord that kind of complemented this right here. You have the triad chord right here, and then the middle note is just put to the top, and this part is out of key, but it still sounds pretty cool. So I'll let you listen to what it sounds like so far. Again, super simple, but here it is. Alright guys, so since I did put that envelope on hold, that little square that I showed you earlier, you can notice how the notes are cutting off as soon as they cut off right here. So guys, for the effects that I put on the pluck, it was super simple. I literally just put a delay bank right here. I put the time on 2 ping pong so that the delay bounces between both of your ears on the left and right. And then I just put the wet down because I didn't want it to be super delayed. Then after that, I put a high pass filter just to cut off some lows. So I'll show you what it sounds like without it. And I just put it around here at 140 hertz. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the plucks. Let's move on to the mallets. So guys, this is the sample for the mallets. It's pretty atmospheric, that's why I chose it. I wanted something similar to a pad. There's no envelope on this, so it's completely raw, it's simple. And this is actually something really cool that I wanted to teach you guys. This looks actually super crazy right now, but what I did was I copy and pasted these plucks onto the mallets. So let me see if I can actually show you an example really quick. So I'm going to copy paste this. I'm going to put it right here on mallets. And here you have our mallets. So what I did to it was I control A, so it's to select everything. Then I did Alt A. This is the arpeggiator tool, and you could do a lot of cool things with this. It's literally what it says. It's an arpeggiator. With our arpeggiator here, there's a couple of options you could choose from. You could do this option right here, which is the time, and it'll put more notes in or put less notes in. I did this one to do it on every bar. This gate kind of chooses how long it's going to be for, and you could do different ranges if you wanted to go up or down an octave, but I just did normal range 1 and this right here. So yeah guys, this is what it sounds like with the arpeggiator on. It's more of a background noise that I added into it. The only thing that I pretty much put on it was this high pass filter right here, just to cut off some of the low ends. But here's what it sounds like with the low end. So yeah guys, just to cut that off, I put it at around 140. You won't be able to hear it much, but you can still hear the top notes, which is what I was looking for. As well as that, I forgot to mention, I separated the mallets just a little bit, as well as the plucks. So moving on, we got some brass. So here's what it sounds like. Nothing on the envelope as well. And pretty much what I did was I copy pasted the plucks again, or at least the chords of the plucks, and here they are. Super simple, super easy. I just put them in a cool pattern so we can get some bounce. So here's what they sound like. The only thing that these do have on it is this right here, which is cut itself. So let me play it without cut itself so you guys can hear it. Yeah, they kind of blend into each other. It's not really what I'm looking for. So I put cut itself, and here's what this sounds like. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the brass. Let me show you guys the mixer presets. Again, it's just a parametric EQ cutting off some lows. Again, it was a pretty cool sound and I didn't really want to change it much. I wanted to keep it a little bit more original. But yeah, again, pretty much it for the brass. Let's move on to the lead. So this was the part where it got a little bit more complicated. You know, this is the lead, meaning that it's going to be the main melody that the listener is going to listen to. You don't want to do a super complicated lead or a super simple lead. You want it to be something that catches your ear. So a good technique that I recommend doing for the leads or for the top melodies is to listen to the chords or listen to everything else you've put down already and just hum out some cool melodies. And from those hums, you'll get a pretty cool lead. So that's what I did, and this is what I got right here. So let me show you guys the sound of the lead first. So yeah guys, it's like a synth lead. What I did add to it was I put it right here on, if you go to the wrench tool, you can put it on mono so that it won't play as a chord, it will just play as one note. And you can also put it on portamento, so that'll make the notes slide into each other. So here you can control how much slide you want, so I put it at around 0.06, so that's like my sweet spot. Let me show you guys here the piano roll. So here's what I got. It's pretty simple. I made sure that I went on 1/4 step, and I did around 2 little squares right here going up to the next one to do kind of like a slide up. So here's what the lead sounds like. So yeah guys, this lead right here also has cut itself so it doesn't blend into the rest of the lead. And let me show you guys the mixer for it. This one is a little bit different, no EQ or anything. I just have a Valhalla vintage verb to give some of that reverb. You guys can also use Fruity Reverb too, there's no problem, but in my opinion, Valhalla vintage verb is one of the coolest reverb VSTs. It sounds the best, it has so many cool presets. If you guys are trying to find a pretty cool reverb plugin, I would definitely recommend Valhalla vintage verb. It's literally one of the best reverbs. So yeah guys, what I did was I put it around 58% mix, the low cut again so we don't get any low frequencies on our reverb. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Valhalla. You don't have to move any of this stuff. I pretty much just stick to this one and this one. I also got this plugin on it. This is a free plugin, free. There's not much free stuff like this that you guys can get that sounds this cool. This is a magic switch. I don't really know what it does. I think it adds some type of chorus or flangus or something like that, but it still makes it sound super cool. It really gives it like a Travis Scott vibe. So here's what it sounded like before Magic Switch. So yeah, it was super dry. I was looking to kind of spice it up a little bit. So all you gotta do is literally click this and adjust the mix to your liking. So here's what it sounds like. Way better. So if you guys are looking for a cool free plugin that'll make your beats sound super cool, definitely recommend Magic Switch. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the melodies. So let's listen to the melodies all together. So yeah guys, again, super simple. Sometimes when you're making your beats, simplicity is key. So that's our melody right there. So let's move on to the drums. This is the fire part right here. Also guys, I forgot to mention I do have this synth bass, but we're not going to be talking about that right now, mainly because we're going to be using the 808. But for parts like intros and bridges, this synth bass can really give you a lot of cool character in your beats. So I'm not going to be talking about that right now, but we're just going to move on to the drums. So for our main 808, I do have the Spins 808. I literally love this 808. Every single producer, this is your best friend right here. The Spins 808 literally gives this sound that a lot of 808s don't. But if you guys are using the Spins 808 and don't really know how to get to that sound, let me show you guys what you're supposed to do. You're just gonna want to up the velocities, up the volumes, and just kind of make it distort a little bit. Just put a soft clipper on the master and it'll give you such a cool sound. So also here we are in the piano roll for the Spins 808. All it does is just follow the root notes of the PLUCKS. So you can literally just select all of this right here, Control C and Control V over here, and you'll literally have the perfect 808 sound. So here's what the 808 sounds like. So if you guys notice that the 808 stops right when the note ends, that's exactly what I did with the PLUCKS. So I just put the envelope on hold again. So yeah guys, that's the 808, super simple. There's nothing on the mixer for this one. So let's move on to the kick. So here's our kick. The velocities are a little bit higher up as well as the channel volume. Just like the 808, you want to make it distort a little bit. After you put a soft clipper, it should sound way better. So yeah guys, let me show you what the kick sounds like with the Spins 808. So if you guys notice, the kick does hit with the 808 at certain points, like here, here, and here. But there's times in the beat where there'll be a kick where there won't be an 808. And that's what you want to do to kind of have some variety. Mix your beat up a little bit and just not make it so bland. Put 808s in places where the kicks aren't and put kicks in the places where the 808s aren't. So now moving on to the hi-hats, this is the part where you get most of your bounce. So what I did pretty much for this was just right click on the hi-hat in the channel rack, fill each 2 steps to get a 2-step pattern, which you'll see right here. It's kind of like the base of what we're working on. And then what I did was I went on 1/4 step right here and just placed a couple of 808s right here for some rolls. And as you can see, I left a little bit of space here, but over here I left a little bit less space. As well as that, I also selected this right here, right clicked, and then just dragged down the velocities. This is a cool way that you can add some variation to your hi-hats as well. And also I put like these lower notes right here. These really help out to add some bounce. So this is what the hi-hats sound like. You guys can definitely hear that there's a little bit more bounce now, mainly caused by these notes right here. So yeah guys, those are the hi-hats. Let's move on to the open hats. So these open hats right here also have the square envelope. So that again is just to stop the sound from playing as soon as I stop the note. So let me show you guys what it sounds like. So yeah, I could have just kept these 2 in right here, but I put in these last 4, again, just to spice up the beat a little bit. Every single beat you're going to hear is probably going to have these 2 open hats in the same place. So try your best to kind of put some cool elements around there, something that people haven't heard before, so they can kind of be like, oh, this beat is a little bit different. If you're trying to make type beats, this is definitely a way that you can stand out, especially from the hi-hats, the open hats. The drums is where you can stand out the most. So guys, I also added this percussion right here. It's just one little note right past the 2 bar right here. I personally don't like to fill up my drums with so much percussion. If you are making beats for an artist, you want to leave as much space as you can for the artist to flow and hop on the beat. And if there's a lot of percussion or a lot of elements in your drums, that might be a little bit distracting. So that's why I only put just one percussion right here. So here's what it sounds like. So yeah guys, again, there's no effects on that. Let me just move on to the rims for you. So yeah guys, the rim is just a basic hip hop pattern right here. Here's what it sounds like, no effects or anything. So yeah guys, that's pretty much everything for the drums and the melody. So let me show you guys everything put together. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. This goes to show that you can definitely make a fire beat just with one shots. When making beats, sometimes simplicity is key, and this is proof of that. This beat, in my opinion, is pretty fire. I only cooked it up in around 30 minutes, but this is proof that you can too. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the beat. I really hope that you guys watched this video and you got inspired by what I'm making to go make something of your own. So guys, if there's any more tutorials that you want to see on this channel in the future, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I currently have 24 subscribers, so all 24 of you that are subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are what I do this for. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for views. I just do this to try and teach my young or advanced producers how to make cool stuff without needing expensive plugins. I've been through a lot making beats. There was a point in my life where I almost couldn't make beats for around a year and a half because I had such bad beat block. I would watch so many tutorials, I would watch so many videos, you know, trying to get that inspiration back. It was just horrible beat block, you know. I would feel inspired 1 second and then I came to the computer and nothing came out. But you know what? I just got out of my head. I did something out of my comfort zone. I used one shots. I used cool drums. And this goes to show you that you just need to get out of your head, man. And feel free to try out this technique right here. So yeah, guys, one new thing that I did want to do is I wanted to go into my comments on my previous videos, and I wanted to read out the comments with you guys right here and give you guys some responses. You know, I'm trying my best to be as interactive as possible as I can be with my audience. So let's see what you guys have commented. Okay, so here we are, 24 subscribers. Yo, shout out to y'all. I'm clapping for you. Thank you. And let's see what we got. So we got John right here, said fire video, man. Thank you. Can you do one on leveling and mixing next time? Of course, bro. Leveling and mixing, that's something I consider myself pretty good at, and there's a couple of techniques that I do want to show you guys, as well as some cool free plugins that you can use for leveling and mixing that really up your game. There's one that I'm not gonna say yet because it's top secret for the next video that I'm working on right now, but man, that plugin really stepped my game up, and I got a lot of tips to show you guys. So yeah, John, thank you for telling me it's a fire video. I'm gonna make that video for you soon. Just stick around. Okay, I also got Slowkey here that said make more videos on flipping samples, chopping, or different techniques. So this beat that I was actually making right now, I was gonna chop that beat up and make a chopping tutorial, but I think I'm gonna do that more with like old school hip-hop beats because I love to make those as well. Plus they're way more fun to chop up, and sometimes when you're chopping up like these hip-hop samples that I'm doing right now, they can be a little bit simple, and I kind of want to complicate it a little bit so you guys can get some advanced techniques down. But yeah, Slowkey, thank you for the comment. I'm working on it, and I'll see you. But yeah, guys, again, thanks for watching. Make sure you comment. I'm going to be reading my comments in every single video. Make sure you like, subscribe for any new tutorials that come out. And again, whatever you want to see, just comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Peace.